Every night at exactly 3 a.m., the whole world pauses for 4 seconds. You have always been awake for it, always alone. Last night you walked outside and someone handed you a coffee. They had been waiting to find someone for 10 years. The clock ticks to 3 a.m. I'm in my living room, the world outside my window dim and silent. Every night, the same ritual. I glance at the clock. 3 o'clock hits and I count the seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4. Every sound fades. Cars freeze mid-drive, leaves suspended mid-fall. For 4 seconds, I'm the only one moving in a still world. But last night was different. I stepped outside, craving something beyond my usual solitude. The air was crisp, a faint chill brushing against my skin. "Hey," a voice said, breaking the silence. I turned and there stood a figure cloaked in shadows, a steaming cup of coffee extended toward me. I blinked, stunned. "Who are you?" "Someone who's been waiting," they replied, their face barely illuminated by the streetlight. I took the cup, the warmth radiating through my fingers. "Waiting for what?" "Someone to wake up," they said, eyes glimmering with an intensity that sent a shiver down my spine. "Every night for the past 10 years, I've waited for someone to wander out. You're the first." I glanced back at the clock. 3 minutes past 3. The world was still paused, but I could feel time creeping back. "So, you're telling me I'm special?" "Not special," they said, shaking their head. "Just chosen. You see, when the world freezes, it's a chance for something bigger. We reconnect with what we lost." My heart raced. The past 10 years had been years of isolation, nights spent curled in silence, lost in my own thoughts. "So, what happens now?" They took a sip of their coffee, eyes still fixed on me. "We decide. You can stay in your world or join me in discovering what lies behind the paused moments. It's not easy, but it's real." The world's hum began to creep back. Cars resumed their frantic pace. Leaves finally tumbled from their branches. I looked at the figure, their earnest gaze piercing through the returning chaos. Reality seeped into my bones again, but this time, it felt different. "I choose real," I said, feeling a thrill for the first time in years. Their smile widened. "Then you're ready for this," they said, handing me a second cup of coffee. Looking back over my shoulder at the now moving world, I realized I hadn't just stepped outside. I'd stepped into something far greater.